Have you ever taken time off your busy day and considered what it is that you really do and how important it is to your country?
You've only got one life to live, no matter who.
Have you ever, for example, acknowledged yourself for the part you play in helping KRA to collect a staggering 7.1 trillion shillings since KRA formation in 1996, allowing government to increase spending and still regulate taxes? The revenue that has for the past 19 years provided a turning point for millions of Kenyans, allowing the country to have more than 21,000 primary schools, that has given millions of Kenyan children hope for a brighter future away from child labor and bridging generations through free primary education, provided subsidized public secondary and university education for Kenyan students. The revenue that has over the years brought Kenyans together beyond physical separation of the sea, gullies or rivers. The revenue that enables millions of Kenyan families connect to electricity at a fraction of the actual cost, bringing in warmth and light to their homes, including free security lighting for Kenyan communities. Provide some urban dwellers with access to water. Provide heavily subsidized public hospitals that now provide free maternity care to our Kenyan mothers, bringing sunrise to Kenya's next generation, and provide some relief to our senior citizens during their sunset years via the cash transfer program.
And mine is Kenya, so warm and wild and free. You'll always stay with me here in my heart. My land is Kenya.
For without this money, the rights afforded to the Kenyan people in our wonderful constitution would just be empty promises. Nor will the government be able to help the most vulnerable in our society, the children, women, the elderly and the disabled. Nor will the government be able to comfort the sick, the terminally ill, or assist the helpless in need of emergency response. Once again, I ask you, as one of the 4,500 employees of KRA, have you ever really acknowledged yourself for the vital contribution you make to the success and future well-being for this land of Kenya? Have you really ever? Well, isn't it time you did? And from this moment on, whether you are domestic taxes or customs, operations or support services, front office or back office, new or seasoned employee, on contract or permanent, in the regions or headquarters, on land or in the sea, at night or during the day, in the rain or under the sun, remember that every time you get to work, appointments or meetings on time, write a proposal, a plan or implement a project, every time you issue, receive or sign a form, every time you show someone courtesy or capture information, every time you patiently explain a point or teach someone something they did not know, every time you go to the extra mile or beyond the call of duty, every time you support people to move in the new direction, participate to shape it, and nurture public trust through facilitation in every tax administration process, every time you show people the true value of the taxes they pay and why they should be paying it, you help to turn the Kenya we want into a reality.
My land is Kenya.
Thank you for your dedication, commitment and hard work. It is through your contribution to revenue collection that has made it possible for Kenya to invest in her people, provide and maintain public services at national and county levels, connect many lives through world-class infrastructure such as a superhighway, the first of its kind in East and Central Africa, and better road network across the country, investment in urban mass transport system and the standard gauge railway, development of impressive airports that boost faster national and international travel, development of new and existing harbours, impressive growth of the telecommunications industry, efficient distribution of energy to drive Kenya through development of the oil pipeline, investments in rural electrification programs that support small and medium-based enterprises, investments in renewable energy sources, availability of more convenient public services through Huduma centers, construction of water dams and boreholes that brings water to Kenyan communities, provide protection for our national heritage, provide free evacuation programs for Kenyans trapped in conflicts around the world, provide modern health equipment at national and county level hospitals, investments in youth empowerment programs including the National Youth Service, and investments in public education system that nurture the much needed human capital to drive Kenya's economy. These developments boost Kenya's status as an investment destination, and today, Kenya is a home to leading companies that have transformed lives for many Kenyans. And just like our world-conquering athletes, we keep our economy on its feet, supporting many industries that nurture many talents along the way. Today, Kenya looks at stronger socio-economic ties with its neighbors, mainly through joint developments along the borders and other large-scale infrastructure projects such as the LAPSET project that are expected to transform the African continent. Through this project, Kenya will pioneer Africa into the next frontier for trade by linking up East, Central and West Africa with a high-speed railway canal from the Lamu port to the west coast of Africa. Your contribution to revenue is not only growing Kenya's economy but helping other African countries strengthen their own economies to build a stronger Africa. In your own way, you have brought Kenya, East Africa and the larger African continent together, and today Kenya stands to be counted among the top 10 economies in Africa. Kenya says thank you for the work you do. Your work fulfills many dreams and touches many lives. Truly, we serve a higher purpose, for our land is Kenya, and it is your moments that makes it possible.
And mine is Kenya, so warm and wild and free.